You studied the Rachni?
I wrote my dissertation on them. My father thought it was a waste of time, but now, it might actually help us understand Leviathan.
In what way?
We think of the Rachni as telepathic, but there's really no such thing. At short range, the Queen uses pheromones to give orders. At long range, she uses an organic kind of quantum entanglement communicator. Whatever Leviathan does must be similar, entangling particles to stimulate neural activity. It uses the artifact to establish a connection, and then it controls the mind of anyone near it.
Yeah, well, I was, my background is Soul Survivor.
Hey, loco. Need a hand?
What the hell are you doing here, James?
What brings you down here, James?
Heard you're closing in on the Reaper killer. Anything that can scare those bastards has to be worth a look.
That's what I'm hoping.
Oh, can I do it? Oh, I wanted to scare him.
Commander, you see this thing? This is great! Hey, Edie, husk bites, they don't turn you into a husk or anything, right?
I recommend you apply Metagel.
I kind of missed something in chat. Was there a shot near your house, Hiji? Is that what you just said?
We didn't detect any energy emissions from the artifact.
But the Reapers were able to use the artifact to trace Leviathan somehow.
My theory is that most of the time, the artifact simply acts as a receiver. We'll only be able to trace Leviathan through it when it actively takes control of someone.
As it did on the asteroid.
As it's going to do in a minute with you.
Right. Unless it needs something, Leviathan doesn't bother communicating. I guess it and my father had something in common.
You said Leviathan's control was similar to a quantum entanglement communicator, which is untraceable.
Yes, but this isn't a natural QEC. Leviathan has to send a pulse through the artifact to alter your mind and create the quasi-QEC effect.
And that can be traced.
Right. Just like at the dig site. The Reapers were tracing the signal by activating the artifact. My father wanted to be at that dig site. He was getting too old for long digs, but he hated being stuck in the lab. He nearly missed my graduation because he was on a dig. Showed up still wearing his field gear. God, he'd have hated dying here.
Hey, if nobody claims this thing, we could take it with us. You know, for research or, I don't know, whatever.
Deliver this to your cabin. All right.
All right. Just don't tell anybody.
Nice. You think Esteban will let me set up bowling pins in the cargo bay?
Okay, loco.
Anne, I know this is hard, but if there's anything more you can tell us.
I don't think there's anything more I can tell you. But maybe I can show you.
What are you saying?
The artifact only sends out a signal when Leviathan's controlling someone. So let it control me. You can trace the signal.
That's a bad idea.
You mean let it take you over? That's too dangerous.
It's my call, not yours. You said I'm your last chance to find this thing.
We have no idea what will happen.
If we wait, the Reapers will get to Leviathan first. I'm the only one here who's spent enough time with it to do this. You're looking for something to fight the Reapers, Commander. I'm looking for the monster that murdered my father.
We still don't know what we're looking for.
Then let's find out.
Commander, this thing we're doing with Anne sounds dangerous as hell.
Noted. Edie?
Energy signature locked in. Waiting for activation.
You sure about this?
Yes. I'm sure.
I'm gonna be right here.
Okay. I'm ready.
James, drop the containment shield.
Shield is dropped.
Artifact online.
Anything?
Nothing yet. Wait. There's something.
She's gonna be more powerful than James is.
I feel a chill.
Edie?
No trace yet.
Holy hell!
Signal is tracking. Maintain connection.
Turn back. The darkness can't be breached.
Yo!
Maintain connection.
Listen to me. I found you, and the Reapers are right behind me.
You have brought them.
You are a threat.
So are you. I've seen what you can do. The war needs you.
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Edie, do we have enough?
Partial lock. Maintain connection to narrow the search.
You heard her. We got enough. I'm hitting the shield.
Do it.
Man.
Anne, are you all right?
That was
Yes.
intense.
I think so.
Did we get anything?
Yes, but it will take some time to search. Coordinates sent to the Normandy.
Good. It's a start.
Commander, I sense something else. Anger.
It knows we're getting close.
I think it wants to kill you.
Come on. Let's get you some help.
If I had a nickel for a time, every time I heard an alien say they wanted to do that, I... +2 Paragon. Level up. Level 42. Okay. What do we got? Edie has marked possible locations for Leviathan on the galaxy map. Scan the locations. Find Leviathan. Alright, let's level this up first. Do not have enough points yet. I'm going to hold on to that then. I sense pain and suffering. Yeah, I didn't want to lose Anne. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Okay, so I have to scan... Oh, so I have to go on to those locations and scan them? Alright, well... Yeah, I wasn't going to lose her. It was pretty obvious that I could have kept her alive, maintained the connection, but then bad things would have happened to her, and I was like, eh. Hey, Omni. How are you, sir? How is life today, Omnigears? That's funny. Oh, nice. Sure, yeah. Okay. Oh god, midichlorians. Complete epic fail. Yeah. Okay. Now let me save this right there, which I mistakenly made Citadel save. That's better. Make sure I don't have anything. Anything, trainer?
Look at that galaxy map. Do you know how many strategy games are built from that interface?
You play strategy games?
A few. Most are too flashy, though. I prefer chess. I have a set made from rose quartz and hematite back home. I like the feel of something solid in my hands.
Well, now that I know your weakness, we may have to try a game.
It'd be more fun than playing Edie. Edie doesn't sweat.
You sweat playing chess?
Depends on how much fun we're having.
Well, well.
Commander?
The understanding but hard-ass femship. Alright. Okay, let's save it up. Let's go find Leviathan. Well, one, because I always do Lego, and two, because I already have a non-abandoned... I'll show you. Actually, let me get to the place where I'm going, and then I'll show you. Oh, Christmas, really? Alright, let's go here first. So, you see this quest? Eden Prime Resistance Movement. I didn't get that because when I was doing the From Ashes DLC, and I got Javik, they had these things where I was supposed to find this stuff to get them Cerberus intel, and I found 2 out of the 3. Didn't get the third, didn't know there was a third, so I left. When I left the planet, mission was over. I was like, oh crap, well that sucks. And they were like, well, it's only 10, 15 more assets, not a big deal. I'm like, that's fine. I'll just hit the abandoned quest button. Oh, there is no abandoned quest button. So that meant that I have this thing, freaking... and people who play role-playing games will know what I mean. There is nothing more frustrating than a freaking uncompleted quest that's just sitting there. I wouldn't mind abandoning it and just saying I didn't get this done, that's fine. But the fact that it's sitting there frustrates the hell out of me. And the reason that I couldn't do anything about it is because the only save I had was prior to starting that mission. And I'm not going to run an entire mission again because BioWare doesn't know how to add an abandoned quest button. So that's why. So since then, I save... quite a bit. Yeah, exactly. Not happening. All right. Let's see if, well...
Signal confirmed.
Chakos is noted for being one of the few garden worlds in the Milky Way that is also part of a binary planet system. Both it and its heavenly twin Selvos are in a stable orbit with one another in addition to orbiting the star Mill. Chakos' greenhouse gases lead to a hotter climate than Earth, and the solar eclipses caused by Selvos, while common, are not frequent enough to be a good solar shade. This did not prevent a colony from springing up, largely Asari and their varying species of mates. It was far from an idyllic settlement. Like many terminus worlds, it was rife with farmers, growing psychoactive substances, armed gangs, and with genetic engineering that will be illegal in Council space. But aside from the maddening heat and photo period, it was quite inhabitable. The Reapers turned Chakos to rubble. Emergency broadcasts caught in the light cone coming from the planet indicate that the Reapers used ground forces to invade and spent little time harvesting. As they departed, the Reapers bombarded the planet from orbit either because they needed to reinforce another front quickly, or had gathered the data on genetic engineering they needed. Man. Yeah, exactly, Hiji. So frustrating. Alright, let's see what we found. See if I got lucky. About 9 out of 10. War asset, Husk neural map. I gotta go check these war assets when I'm done with this. Well, that wasn't what I meant to do, but... let me save it. Yeah, I guess got it, sure. Why not? Yeah, you can do that if you want. Wow, that's a planet or asteroid. Mylasi A silicaceous asteroid, Mylassi is rich in olivine and pyroxene. The Asari colonizing Chacos set up habitats on Mylassi mostly to oversee a large-scale project in which smaller asteroids would be flown to Chacos. There, the olivine would be recovered and used in sequestering the planet's carbon dioxide. As with many Asari projects, this was expected to take decades or centuries before generating an appreciable effect on the planet's climate. The station here has been bombarded by the Reapers. The effect on the integrity of the asteroid is unknown, but it does not appear to be breaking apart just yet. See what we get. Search unsuccessful. Scans of the planet's surface show no evidence of Leviathan's energy signature. Continue your search.
No sign of Leviathan at these coordinates.
Okay, I was wrong. Now let's save it. Then we're going to go to the next area. Okay. Let's see what we've got.
I found something.
What do we got here? 2181 Despoina. This planet was only spotted recently by human space probes, and no records indicate it has been explored since. Scans indicate it is covered in an ocean of liquid water and has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere. It is highly likely to have at least some photosynthetic life. Okay. Looks like a cool planet. Well, I can move it around with A and D. I didn't know that. Search successful. Scans reveal a faint trace of Leviathan's energy signature. Closer examination required for confirmation.
These coordinates match our trace of Leviathan.
All right. Well, we're saving and we're going in. All right. Let's do it up. So far, so good with these boys. It seems like they have a real good grasp on the science, so for whatever that's worth. Man, I get 200%. I would love to get a weight reduction mod on one of these things so I could carry this. Alright. Same thing. Oh, actually, wait. Yeah, I thought I had something new. Piercing mod. Omniblade. Yeah, no. I don't want to deal with melee. Oh, the Renegade option? The video is pretty intense, huh? You guys told me that the scope is, like, completely useless, isn't it? Who told me that the scope is useless? Was it you, Tally? Who told me that, or Arctic? Who told me that the scope was useless for companions? Does anyone remember? Is the scope useless? For companions? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought. Alright. Okay, 4 points. Still need more of that. Ooh, well, alright. Okay. Oh, I can do it. Force or impact radius. Let's do the impact radius for that one. Alright. Oh, don't need extra clips either? Oh. My bad. I thought it would be helpful for them. I guess they do have unlimited ammo, probably.
Cortez, what's the status on the probe we launched?
Tracking it now, Commander. I've confirmed that Leviathan's signal originates from this planet. Heard how, Anne helped us locate it. It's pretty spooky
Ooh,
stuff.
Gray, hold on one second. I'll tell you that story. I totally forgot about it. You guys are supposed to remind me.
Killer. That is all that matters. Even if it doesn't want to be found.
As soon as I can escape out of
It
this,
doesn't have a
escape and
choice.
pause, I'll do it.
We're here.
Just give me a second.
Right. But then what? It plays pretty rough, and if it is a Reaper, I don't know that's the kind of help we want.
Okay, here we go. Here's the quick story. Yeah, so this is the story about Ed Greenwood and Roger Zelazny. So Ed Greenwood, as you may know, pretty famous author. Yeah, I did that extra. Pretty famous author who has written over 200 books, many of them best-selling, and was responsible for creating the Forgotten Realms, which is basically the setting right now for Dungeons & Dragons and has been for the better part of 20 years. Good guy, Ed, also. I've been in he edited a short story of mine and an anthology of mine. He's going to be an anthology of mine. I was an anthology of his. He's a good guy. Anyway, so when he was growing up, probably when he was about 8 or 9, Roger Zelazny, who did the Amber series, came to this place near where Ed lived. Ed lives up near Toronto. And so he came to this place, and he was like at some convention or something like that. And so Ed went there with this book of Amber because he was really, he was pumped up. It was like one of his favorite authors. And so he gets up to have him sign his book. So he gets up to the table where the guy's signing, where Zelazny is signing, and he puts down the book, and out of it drops a bookmark. And he goes, oh, God, because he remembered that he was a prodigious writer, even back then he was writing constantly. And he had written, like, the first few sentences of basically, like, Amber fanfic, like this new story in Amber, right? So Zelazny, so he's embarrassed. He's like, oh, God, this guy's going to think I'm creepy or something. And remember, Greenwood is like, maybe 9's too young, maybe like 10 or 11. But the point was he was young, maybe he's like 11 years old, something like that. So Zelazny looks at the bookmark, and he looks at Ed, and then, without saying anything, he writes another couple of sentences of the story in Amber that Ed had started to write, and hands it back to him. And that's it. And then, so this, and Ed was like, oh my God. The next time that they had a convention, Ed goes again. He gives it to Zelazny, having written a few more sentences to continue that. He gives it back to Zelazny. Zelazny writes another couple of sentences. So basically, over the next few conventions, they go back and forth almost like jointly writing a story in the universe of Amber. And Ed said that of all the things that made him want to be a writer, that was maybe one of the biggest, like, most encouraging things that he ever had, was this guy who could have just yelled at this kid or been like, why are you writing in my world, and why are you blah, 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 does this, right? So the interesting sideline to this is that when Zelazny passed away, there were a number of authors who were asked to contribute stories to an anthology in his honor. And so Ed Greenwood finished the short story that he had been working on with Zelazny on this bookmark that I told you about, and that was the one that he published in that anthology. Isn't that awesome? That's one of my favorite stories. Like, that's, as an author, that's what I would want to do for people who come up and, really, really cool stuff. So, yeah, I figured, Gray, if you love Zelazny, you would like that story. So, yeah. Okay, back to the game.
Nobody says we have to be friends with it. But if this thing has the rest of the Reapers worried, then we need its help.
Commander, new readings from the probe.
Yep.
It's narrowed down Leviathan's location. You're not going to like it.
My pleasure, man.
Let's hear it.
I really love that
It's
story.
nothing but ocean. I show a concentration of structures floating on the surface, but the probe's giving us a signal below that. Way below.
Well, of course.
Underwater.
Looks that way. The shuttle should still be able to reach it.
Oh, great.
That's possible.
The Kodiak is spec'd to nearly 1,000 atmospheres, but I've never actually tested that.
Great.
Guess we're gonna find out.
Status! Some kind of pulse hit us! Systems are shutting down! Brace for impact!
Well, crap. Ow.
all right?
I survived far worse, Commander.
How's the shuttle, Cortez?
Checking now. I'll see if I can get power.
Hey, Mulligan. Alright, duty. See you in a bit. Yeah, that's pretty badass. I can't believe I can't do screenshots with Origin.
Look at all this.
What the hell, man? Welcome everyone who's new to the stream.
You've been stranded here by that pulse.
Could be Leviathan's last line of defense.
If you guys like what you hear, see and hear.
Any of those ships. Just how long have they been here?
If you guys like what you see and hear, please make sure to follow, and please spread the word about the stream. And thank you, of course. Search for Leviathan and a way to escape the planet. And thank you for stopping by and sharing some time with us. Oh, that's cool, cassette. Yeah, this is the Leviathan DLC. Although I didn't know that before I started it. Whoa. Wow. That is sweet.
Look, up there.
Reapers, Commander. They were right behind us.
Protect the shuttle.
No time like the present to pick up the Argus. Or the Addis, whatever it is. Oh yeah, random? Oh, that's cool, man. Well, I've done stuff like that before.
Swapping out the parts, Commander. Hang on.
What? Oh, you bastard.
Cortez!
Almost there, Commander.
Cortez, what happened to almost there?
I have development, Commander. Fixing it now.
Cortez, I need that bird in the air.
Oh, come on.
Just a few seconds.
Wrong button.
Commander, I'm airborne.
Give us some cover fire.
Kill a brute while it's charging you. Where'd you go? Sorry I can't focus on chat, guys. Kind of busy.
Another pulse hit me. Flight control scrambled. Damn it. Cortez is in trouble. Get to him. Commander, I've got enemy contact. Under fire. I need some backup at the shuttle. Commander, I've got enemy contact. Under fire.
Working on it.
Okay, we're clear.
Whew.
Nice work, Commander. But there's a development. We need to talk.
That was close. God, I had that activated before we even started. I went through every single weapon, and apparently not so much. I do not understand why Mass Effect does not understand the principle that if I put it on, I want it the hell on until I take it off. God. I know, Demiser. Sorry, I told you I wasn't able to focus on chat. When I oh, right. When I loaded out the weapon. That's right. Yep. You're right. Sorry. I'm gonna go back and find out what I missed over here. Yep, my bad. You're right. Oh, yeah, Rookie. Yeah, that was the impression that I had gotten, and it really ticked me the heck off. There's something over there. Datapad log, Atten Brooks. The hull will hold, that's what they say. Whatever God watches over Ezo prospectors... I will look at it in a minute, Hiji. Whatever God watches over Ezo prospectors came through for us. Despite a hell of a smack in the water landing, the MSV Monarch displaces enough air to stay afloat. We're all thankful we're alive. Captain Pratt even ordered the champagne broken out. Helps perspective, I guess. The big puzzle? What downed us in the first place? Kunshin says it wasn't lightning, it was some kind of pulse. It's like the Tomb Raider thing, right? A directed energy weapon seems likely, but where would it have come from? There's no radio traffic. The whole bloody ocean is silent. Tonight the techs are going to try rerouting the power to get a good mass drop before getting the thrusters firing. If all goes well, we'll be airborne in 24 hours.
Any idea how old these are?
Old enough not to stink.
Datapag log, Shen Kunshan. Attempts to get airborne have failed every time. The damage done by the pulses, if you could call it damage, doesn't make physical sense. Oh, yeah, I'll look at him after this one, sorry. The connections aren't fried, but the Monarch's thruster is disengaged. The distress beacon is likewise dead, but most of our electronics are still functioning. Doesn't seem to be a result of shielding. Without a distress beacon, we've got no chance. I hear bad things about ration supplies, and I think that's why the captain ordered us to collect rainwater and set up tents on the deck. Keeps us busy. Brooks has been talking about using the Triton's weapons to try blast fishing. I agree, but I haven't seen anything that looks like a fish. I wish I were an optimist. Alright. Now, where is the... Where do you guys see the Reaper? Where is this Reaper? Think I can get a shot off on it? Okay. Datapad log. Yeah, headshot, Dr. Chilin. The rations will hold us 2 days more. Brooks sent a drone to the bottom and it came up with bioluminescent plant life. None of it is edible. I warned the crew not to eat it before my tests were done, but Romero and Mullins tried it anyway. They haven't stopped vomiting and their dehydration wastes fresh water. We sent Kunshan's team on a raft over to the wrecks. They came back with spheres, some kind of organic-based alien technology, and nothing to eat. I want to believe they'll give us some answers, but if they'd helped the other ships figure out what happened, they wouldn't be here, now would they? It's getting cold. Oh, so they got indoctrinated too. Datapad log, Captain Abel Pratt. Ramos is our first death. He tried to throw one of the spheres overboard and something happened. Kunshan and maybe 3 or 4 others started beating him like madmen. Hiji, that's funny. I got it. That would be a highlight right there. Maybe 3 or 4 others started beating him like madmen. I wish I was quick enough to save him. They showed no remorse, not even comprehension. It's clear I am no longer in control. I held a funeral to keep order. The crew would have been at his body like wild dogs. We compromised. He'll be tethered in the water to attract scavenging animals that we will catch for food. If he doesn't get a bite within 3 of this planet's days, we cut him loose as a water burial. We've sealed the Tritons off. They're dangerous, especially given the crew's mental state. My kingdom for a shark. Wow. These globes, man. I'm telling you, when you see an artifact, do not hide it. Do not keep it. Run the F away. They really want to give me that crystal cranial trauma system. They're really excited about that one. Another one of these things. Actually, wait. At Carno Camacho, Datapad log. The captain gets it now. He tried to lock himself in the ship, screaming that he had to fix it. We were gentle, 1 person for each limb. We let him rest on the sphere. Sometime in the middle of the night he came around, and now he agrees. We won't leave. Why would we? I think this will be my last entry. Everyone here understands me. If anyone finds us, they might feel differently, but that can be fixed in time. It's so good not being hungry anymore. Freaking creepy, man. Super creepy. I have a feeling it's like Rogue Reaper that's not going to help us. You know?
Looks like a damaged Atlas. Different though, and it's not flying Cerberus colors.
And it's not taking shots at us, which is nice. Doesn't look salvageable, though.
Alright, did that. Pull up that artifact. Yep. Someone says there is no god, only Zool. You run the F away. Gotta try it once. I got it. War over. Someone ever ask you if you're a god? You say yes. I shouldn't be surprised there's like a billion of these artifacts, but I had a Prothean artifact that looked like that in my room in ME2. Lego. What? Whoa. What the hell is the missile launcher?
The Reaper. Before the introduction of the M560 Hydra, missile launchers either focused on bringing down a single armored target or simultaneously neutralizing multiple unarmored opponents. With the Hydra, a soldier no longer needs to choose between the two. The Hydra releases a barrage of miniature missiles, each guided by an independent homing system that seeks out exposed enemies. On impact, 3 shaped charges per missile explode in sequence. The first overloads the target's kinetic barriers before the second destroys its armor, clearing a path for the third warhead to detonate inside the target.
Sounds like a good option. And of course, what is more exposed? How do I get up there? What is more exposed than that Reaper, right? Who's with me? Night, Random. Thanks for stopping by, man. Good seeing you. What the hell? Hey, Ralphie. So maybe I do have to go through here. Clearly not meant to go up there. So how do I talk to... Oh. Talk to Cortez, who's sitting right there. I was like, Cortez! Oh, Cortez. What's up?
Status.
Shuttle's a mess, Commander. That pulse knocked it right out of the air. We're not going anywhere.
The Normandy could extract us.
Same thing would happen to her. And the landing won't be as pretty. I'd say Leviathan has some sort of defense system in place.
Then we aren't getting out of here until we find it. So how do we do that?
Well, you might be able to use a mech. Looks like it's rigged for diving.
Oh, great.
A diving mech?
It's a Triton model. Military grade, repurposed for deep sea exploration.
Oh my god, it's the Abyss.
As long as the seawater hasn't corroded, it should be good to go.
Well, if that's what we have to do, let's get started.
Hold on a second. Are we actually considering?
First, we'll need to restore power to get that cargo door open.
How?
It appears we are.
These old Ballard-class ships are equipped with exterior power sockets. They use them for emergency repairs. We can strip the cells from the shuttle and use those for juice. Hang on, I'll get you started. Got a cell for you, Commander. Find somewhere to plug that in.
See, if I switch it, I'm going to lose the heavy weapon. That's the only problem. It's like Labrador capture the flag. No, 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 no. That was fun. God damn it with the wrong button.
Got another cell here.
I just want to get out of the freaking... Oh. Sometimes this cover system really ticks me off. Oh, crap. I hope it has weapons capability to get me out of this. Why am I stuck? Oh.
Roger that. Walk the mech back to me when you're ready to dive. I should check it over first.
That was real freaking close. Wow. Sorry about that. That was pretty intense. Why is it doing this?
All right, Commander. Let's get you out of there, and I'll do a systems check.
Man.
Risk is rarely a hindrance. This plan, even I would hesitate.
come too far to stop now. The way home is through Leviathan.
Okay, SEALs check out. Oxygen pressure is nominal.
Mech
Systems
fighting.
are a go. It's as ready as I can make it.
Not yet.
I want to take a look around first.
Come back when you're ready.
I want to save first is what I want to do. Jeez. That's freaking intense. Alright. So I need... Is that another, ultralight pistol? Okay. Well, what I'd really like is some Medigel, because I am fresh out. Don't know that I'm going to have any over here, though. I wonder if there's any on this time. Oh, man. 1v1 me, bro. 250 credits, that's nice. What I would really love is if there was a Medigel placed around here. That's ammo. Ammo's nice, but... Yeah, I did not think I was going to make it when I saw that both Garrus and Javik were down, and I didn't have a chance to revive them. By the way, this is after I had mistakenly used up a Medigel before. Let me just say that. By accident. So, well, Medigel... I mean, there was Medigel here, but I picked it up already, I think. Medigel doesn't regenerate, right? Like, in an area, it doesn't regenerate? Oh. Look at that sweet Medigel, when it used to be Medigel. Alright, well. Here's hoping I don't need it. Alright, let's do it up.
You ready for a swim?
Alright, Lego.
Let's go.
Take care down there, Commander.
Closing hatch.
Engaging systems. Ready.
Get ready
Testing
for something
comm.
weird.
I read you.
Here goes.
Commencing dive in 3, 2.
Wow. Telling you, it's the Abyss.
Suit holding up, Commander.
Looks good so far. Copy that. Cortez? Cortez!
Well, great. Oh my god. Yep. Yep, you guys called it.
Not sure if you can read me out there. Looks like I finished the major descent. Can't see much from here. Suit is holding out. Emergency systems have come online. Life support operational.
Holy Christmas.
Scanner indicates the probe is below my position. Looking for a way down.
Hell with that, looking for a way to save.
Shutting down all non-critical systems to preserve remaining power.
I like how
Not
he's.
sure how much juice the emergency thruster will need to get me back to the surface.
I like how he's
Can't
just
worry
totally
about that
chill.
now.
He's like, yeah, so that's happening. Like, wow, man, this is unbelievable.
Getting some strange readings from the probe. Something is definitely down there.
It's just like the abyss, I'm telling you. My wife is a certified diver, and oh boy, not me. I'm snorkeling, hell yeah. Diving, not so much. I know it.
Reading the probe directly below me. Looks like the final drop.
Great. All right. You folks ready? You guys ready? Here we go. Nobody said it was easy.
Can't see anything just yet. Found the probe. Seems intact. I'm gonna keep moving. What is that?
Oh.
You have come too far.
I had to find you.
This is not your domain. You have breached the darkness.
You killed a Reaper. I need to know why.
They are the enemy. One that seeks our extermination.
But I thought you were a Reaper.
They are only echoes. We existed long before.
Wow, epic on epic.
Then what are you?
Something more. Your mind belongs to me. Breathe.
Ian. What's happening?
Your memories give voice to our words. Your nature will be revealed to us. Accept this.
The galaxy's at war with the Reapers. You defeated one. Why aren't you fighting back?
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Then help us stop it.
None have possessed the strength in past cycles. Your own species could be destroyed with a single thought. But you are different. I have witnessed your actions in this cycle. The destruction of Sovereign, the fall of the Collectors. The Reapers perceive you as a threat. And I must understand why. Before the cycles, our kind was the apex of life in the galaxy. The lesser species were all serving our needs. solution. In that instant, it betrayed us. It chose our kind as the first harvest. From our essence, the first Reaper was created. You call it Harbinger.
Wow.
What do you know about the Crucible?
We have watched its construction before. It has never been completed. Those who have tried still fell victim to the harvest. Its outcome is unknown.
How did the intelligence defeat you?
To find a solution, it required information. Physical data drawn from organic life in the cosmos. It created an army of pawns that searched the galaxy, gathering this data. There was no warning. No reason given when they turned against us. Only slaughter. Only the harvest.
How did you remain hidden all this time?
Our extermination was not complete. Some survived and found refuge in the dark corners of the galaxy. I am their progeny. Over the cycles, the Thrall races were controlled, removing traces of our existence as we directed them to. In this way, our survival was kept secret from the Reapers. Today, we reach out through the fragments and watch for discovery.
Fragments? You mean the artifacts we found?
They provide a window into the galaxy. Tools for exploring the events of this cycle for the safety of this world. Through them, we watch, we study, and remain in the shadows.
You built that machine despite what you saw the other races experience. Why?
You cannot conceive of a galaxy that bends to your will. Every creature, every nation, every planet we discovered became our tools. We were above the concerns of lesser species. The intelligence was envisioned as simply another tool.
And now we all pay the price for your mistake.
There was no mistake. It still serves its purpose.
Tell me about the Reapers.
Each harvest ends with the birth of a Reaper, perfect in its design. Each formed in Harbinger's image. Our image. Each Reaper has the power to influence organics. Over countless cycles, this ability was refined, perfected, and gave rise to indoctrination.
But what's the point of all these harvests?
The intelligence has one purpose. Preservation of life. That purpose is not being fulfilled. It directed the Reapers to create the mass relays to speed the time between cycles for greatest efficiency. The galaxy itself became an experiment. Evolution its tool.
Will it ever end?
Unknown. Until the intelligence finds what it's looking for, the harvest will continue.
Okay, you made your point. Will you help stop the cycle?
I have searched your mind. You are an anomaly, yet that is not enough.
Wait!
The cycle will continue.
No. You've been watching. You know this cycle is different.
We will survive. You will remain here as a servant of our needs. The Reapers will harvest the rest.
If you release me, no one has to be harvested.
Nothing will change.
The Reapers know where you are. You can't just watch anymore. You have to fight. Even if you survive the battle today, the Reapers won't stop. Ever. Release me and we have a chance to end this, once and for all.
Oh boy.
Your confidence is singular.
I've earned it. Out there fighting, where you should be.
It is clear why the Reapers perceive you as a threat. Your victories are more than a product of chance. We will fight, but not for you or any lesser race. We were the first, the Apex race. We will survive. And the Reapers who trespass on this world will understand our power. They will become our slaves. Today, they pay their tribute in blood.
Got him. Psychological headshot. God. That was, wow. Uh-oh. Jesus, Shepard. Huh. Huh. Holy Christmas.
Damon, we got a Reaper inbound.
Great. Oh, crap. Come on, Leviathan. The big brother is here. Wow.
Shepard, wake up! He's freezing! You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. Hell of a headache.
We're lucky we got you back. I've got Ann Bryson on the comm.
Good. Put her through.
Commander.
You feeling better?
Yes, thank you. I'm doing fine. What happened?
We found it, Ann. We found Leviathan.
Was it worth it?
Well,
I don't know. But we proved it can't hide anymore. That it's a part of this war, just like us.
Sounds like an amazing story.
One for the history books.
Well, I look forward to hearing all about it. My father would appreciate this, knowing the truth is out there. In the meantime, Admiral Hackett has asked me to join his scientific team. We all have our part to play. I should get to it.
Take care, Ann. And thanks for all your help. Shepard up.
wow.
Commander, I finished reading your report.
The Alliance wanted more intelligence on the Reapers. I'd say we got it.
Our people will be studying it for years to come. They're already calling it the Leviathan Codex. It rewrites galactic history as we know it.
Whatever else it means, it tells me the Reapers had a beginning. And maybe now we'll provide them with an end.
That's one way to look at it. I guess it's the only way. So go out there and make it happen. This is a big step in the right direction, Shepard. Good work.
Thank you, sir.
Hack it out.
Damn. Rookie, I think it's more that the Cthulhus will F shit up for themselves. Wow. Wow, that was pretty amazing. I'm just gonna go on record and say that was sick. I'll tell you what, you know, people can bitch as much as they want about what BioWare does and doesn't do, and EA and blah blah blah. You would have a hard time finding a company that does epic games better than BioWare does. You really would. Now, granted, I think there's a certain point where it's like, what else can you do? It's like, we're even greater than Leviathan. Like, his name is like Leviathan's dad or something, and like, yeah, he lives on like 6 planets at once and all this stuff. But yeah, that was pretty amazing. Essentially, nothing was known of the aquatic species dubbed Leviathans before Commander Shepard's report to Task Force Aurora. No record of their species' true name exists, no ruins are attributed to their civilization, and no influence on other races has been recorded. The Task Force can only conjecture based on limited information provided by Shepard. Their current world is unlikely their home world, so it's surmised that the Leviathans mastered technology and spaceflight despite their immense size and aquatic nature. Their ability to communicate with and mentally dominate land-based sapients would have been a necessary step. Yeah, well, yeah, at range to do that. And so whatever homeworld the Leviathans hail from would have included a thrall species whose civilization served their purposes. Presumably their bodies can withstand both the extreme pressure of the depths and the lesser pressure of a coastal area where they might come into contact with these thralls. Transporting a creature the size of the Leviathan into space would have been a significant engineering challenge. It is likely they used EZO for ease of travel as the Hanar do and employed cybernetic filtration to breathe air as well as oxygenated water. Wow, can you imagine the Leviathans moving, like, on ship, on space? Seriously? It is unknown if the Leviathans have modified themselves or the equivalent of a biotic amplifier, but it seems probable. The faster-than-life communication of their pulses would require precise control previously unknown to modern science. One can only guess at the innovations of this species, and Leviathans are volunteering no such information. Wow. That was pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. You're damn right I leveled up. Okay, I need 3 more points for that. Yeah. Okay, let us save all that, shall we? I'm gonna get rid of a few things here. Okay. Whew. Alright, let's take a look at these assets. Alright. 1495 military strength. Effective military strength 747. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. Leviathan Enthrallment Team. A mixed species team of special operations soldiers have volunteered to covertly deliver Leviathan artifacts behind enemy lines. These attacks aim to make Reaper creatures thralls of Leviathans. On a small scale, this could cause chaos and disruption. On a large scale, and if given enough time, it could form an army of Reaper creatures dedicated to exterminating their own kind. The team's major limiting factors are the small number of artifacts and the reluctance of Alliance commanders to operate openly with such a potent weapon for fear the Reapers might develop a countermeasure. Have to be hard for the countermeasure. I mean, it'd be crazy. No, goddess. No, no. Already been screwed by the not enough saves thing. Synth Diamond heat sinks. Key ingredient military grade heat sinks used in computing, high-end thermal clip, starship weapons, liberating tons of it from facilities on Brest will help both ground and space forces. Incidentally, so that's 25, and Bryson's 20, right? That Leviathan thing was 400. So worth it. Dr. Ann Bryson has survived her ordeal with Leviathan's artifact and retains most of her mental faculties. Most. Her research into paleotechnology could be useful in understanding the Prothean device and the laws of high-energy physics that the Reapers seem to ignore. Okay. Husk neural map from the Asari. The biologists on Chakos have made a quick study of the brain structures of husks and other Reaper creatures. Isolating the parts of the brain responsible for interpreting sensory data, their conclusions contrast the various strengths and weaknesses of Reaper ground forces when it comes to sight, smell, hearing, and so forth. This data could be extremely useful for soldiers or citizens trying to escape and evade Reapers on occupied planets. Crucible. Jovian dissertation. The first time, all it takes is one, goddess, to feel frustrated. All it takes is one. This scientific data draws conclusions about the gas giant Asyle's exceptionally powerful magnetic field, which has complex interactions with those of its moons. The mathematics used to model this complexity can provide new insight into the math of the Prothean device. A brief glance at the data hints at some kind of energetic pulse that might pass through the magnetosphere of a planet unimpeded, but any details are best derived by high-energy physicists. Okay. $14.95. Chances of success are very poor. I'm getting there, though. I'm almost to that limit, that minimum, for the so-called crappy ending. Wow. No joke. Sup, Primarch?
Commander, that was a skillful operation back on Sirkesh, extracting the female Krogan.
I had help. Morden Solus knew what he was doing.
Yes, Garrus mentioned the Doctor was on your mission through the Omega-4 relay. I'm surprised a Solarian cares about the Krogan.
Oh, God, is my God.
War's full of surprises.
Rarely the good kind. I'm just happy this one played to our advantage.
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
Need something, Shepard?
Back on Sirkesh, it looked like the female Krogan.
Our females? The females like to talk.
Women have good ideas.
Yeah, but they have so many of them. So sometimes I pretend to listen and... Well, let's...
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Yeah.
Something wrong?
Morden. He got his tissue sample from me, all right. Let's just say scalpels were never meant to cut where he cut.
That's funny. Ah, poor Rex. Double checking. Scalpels were never meant to cut where he cut.
When this war is over, I hope we find every race that sat back while we fled and get some payback.
Yeah, that's a great plan. Follow war with more war.
Seriously.
Commander?
Anything here? I'm expecting an email from the Leviathan. Shepard, I want to thank you for bringing this to our attention. This email is pitiful and we will destroy every part of it when we retake the galaxy. In the meantime, you may continue to function as you have. Also, if you like this message, pass it on to 10 of your friends. Go check out the head. Oh, I should do that, shouldn't I? You breached the darkness. I know, you start bothering Leviathan for things. Hey, Leviathan, am I going to have a good, Leviathan, does she like me or does she not like me? Stop bringing up this stuff. Don't scare Boo. Aww. No, I don't want it to scare Boo. Oh, poor Boo. It is kind of funny, though. Good times, good times. Poor Boo. Poor Boo is right. What was I going to ask? Oh. So, where am I able to see achievements? Like, besides in Origin? Can I see achievements from within game? Does anybody know? Yes? Where do I see it from? Oh, well, okay. I'll check it when I leave. Okay, I didn't realize it was going to cause me to kick me out of the game. So, I'll check it before I log off for the night. But, wow. Alright, let's see where we stand. Okay. So now I have to go back to the Citadel, except this time actually to the Citadel. Let's take a look at my time. Alright, we're going to go back to the Citadel. I'm going to do a couple of, like, catch-up quests, and then I am going to head off for the night. What happens if you run out of fuel? Does anybody know? Aw, thanks, Rookie. I appreciate that, man, very much. Yeah, I'll tell you, I've said this before, everyone, but really, like, as people know, I started playing Mass Effect when it first came out in 2008 or 9, or shortly thereafter. And I played for a while, and then I just got bored with it, and I couldn't come back to it. And now, obviously, I've finished Mass Effect 1, really liked it, played through ME2, and then ME3. But honestly, a lot of what makes it so much fun, and I can't even think in a way of gaming without this now. Hold on, I just want to see if there's a fuel depot. There is not. Is you guys. Like, having people on that is sort of like the old days for me of having friends over and just sort of watching over your shoulder while you play video games. Or any kind of games, actually. And so, yeah, makes a big difference. So, thank you all for being in my stream. I very much appreciate it. Try it and find out, yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Now, let me save it here right above. Yeah, that was a great DLC. That really was. And it did remind me of Abyss, which... The Abyss is, for those of you who haven't seen it, is a tremendous movie that is scary.
We are transferring your docking clearance
to hold on.
Alliance official.
Hold that thought.
Finally back in action, the Alliance already wants us tagged and collared.
Just our way of welcoming you back, Flight Lieutenant.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting docking permission?
Docking permission granted. Would you like private transport arranged?
I need to get to the hospital.
Yes, Commander.
So yeah, so Abyss is is a really great movie, but also a very scary movie. And I do not like scary movies. I don't like horror movies. I don't enjoy them. So, but The Abyss really was despite the fact that there are moments of it which are really terrifying, it was still so good and so, like, it's an amazing movie. It really is in a lot of ways. So it's with Ed Harris, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio is in it. Really, really good stuff. If you ever get a chance to see it, definitely look at The Abyss.
Yes, I know your stock of modified metagel is low, but...
Thane!
No, you
Commander Shepard, when I heard Earth was under attack, I tried to call. I never got through.
Thane, good to see you staying in shape.
My disease kills slowly. With enough care and a healthy lifestyle, it can be delayed for a few years. Of course, my allotted time has come and gone. Now I exercise because it pleases me. What are you doing here?
Visiting a friend who got hurt protecting me. Ashley.
The dark-haired human woman in intensive care. She will be starting physical therapy with my class soon.
That's her.
If she means something to you, then I will help how I can. As long as she is here, consider her under my protection.
I appreciate it, Thane.
I am near the end of my life. It is a good time to be generous. Keppel syndrome has put most of my other plans on hold.
I love Thane. He's awesome.
I'm back on the Normandy on an important mission. Sure could use you.
I would not be as I was before. I need daily medical attention. And if I know you, you will want to fight the Reapers somehow. You need the best at your side. And I am not at mine.
You don't have to wrestle down Krogan and break their necks. I'm sure we could find you lighter work.
I am at peace with what I've done in my life, Shepard. There comes a time when one must rest from war and conflict. It is not your time, but it is mine.
Do you know how much time you have left?
I've been to several doctors. My favorite gave me 3 months to live. 9 months ago. It's freeing to find no requirements placed on me. No responsibilities. No fears. It is a good end to a life.
Are you in a lot of pain?
At times. The oxygen transfer proteins don't form correctly. Your human equivalent would be hemoglobin. As a result, my blood is low in oxygen. No matter how much I breathe in, I get tingling, numbness, and that is the best of it. As for my brain, I cannot track the damage. I just experience dizziness from time to time.
I wish the best for you, Thane.
And I for you. Do not grieve for me. I have good doctors. My son visits regularly. Perhaps we will keep up via the extranet now that you are free. Until we meet again, Shepard.
Love that guy.
Coming by again, Shepard? I'm flattered.
I wish the best for you, Thane.
And I for you. Do not grieve for me. I have good doctors. My son visits regularly. Perhaps we will keep up via
The fighting, and also just like, I loved even in combat when I was fighting with him, and he was just like, go down to the sea, go to dust. All this stuff is just awesome stuff. Really, really like Thane.
Listen, I am a surgeon at Puerto Memorial on the Citadel. We have several alien patients here at this time, and we need... No, regular Metagel won't work. We need the modified version for better absorption rates. Don't you dare hang up on me. This is a medical emergency. We can't wait forever on this.
Got me a quest. Find a new formula, a new Medigel formula delivered to her at the Huerta Memorial Hospital. All right.
We were completely tasteless to call this
It's a
place
small
Huerta
human
Memorial.
colony. We were supposed to help
President
him.
Huerta died of a stroke 2 years ago, ma'am.
I think you meant to say the man was dead for an hour and a half and his political enemies piled on enough propaganda to get the hospital name changed.
He can't remember his own name without the VI in his head telling him what it is. Trust me, in this building, we know dead.
The Supreme Court says he's alive.
5 justices say he's alive. 2 of them appointed by him. The name is what it is.
It's completely tasteless to call this place Huerta Memorial.
President Huerta died of a stroke 2 years ago, ma'am.
I think you meant to say the man was dead for an hour and a half and his political enemies piled on enough propaganda to get the hospital name changed.
He can't remember his own name without the VI in his head telling him what it is. Trust me, in this building, we know dead.
The Supreme Court says he's alive.
What's going on here?
Ma'am, I'll cut you a deal. You buy us 90 million credits worth of life-saving equipment, and you can name the hospital whatever you want.
Now the truth comes out. My job here is done.
Called it. Let's see.
Welcome to Serta.
I'm going to do that. I ran out of Medigel before. I can't do that, though, because if I keep doing that, it's going to drop my credits, and I'm not quite to half of what I need for the Black Widow. That'll do for now, though.
We're at this little farm. We killed a few enemy scouts, and it's quiet. The shuttle gets called away for support, so I'm there for the night. The humans get me dinner, show me around. One of them, this freckled farm girl, maybe 15. She wants to hear all about what it's like to be a commando.
You were probably the most exciting thing ever to land at her farm.
Yeah. Well, she's saying she wants to be a pilot, and I say that life on a ship is grimy. And she asks if I'd like to use their shower.
Going by my records, you'd been on active duty for more than 3 weeks. Probably no real chance to get clean in all that time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Interesting. I'm just listening in on a therapy session. Okay, so I was hoping that we would just go past this. So here's the deal. Shadow, you're a good person, and I'm glad to have you in my chat, and I don't want people to gang up on you. On the other hand, I think the problem that my mods are noticing and that other people are noticing is that I think that you get super excited, and I understand. I'm like this too. You're super excited to watch me encounter things, and you're like, oh, yeah, I can't wait. And guess what happens when blah happens? But the problem is you don't realize you're doing it, but by constantly saying, oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, wait for this. This is scary. You're not intentionally spoiling it, and it's not like you're saying the following is going to happen, but it is sort of de facto spoiling a little bit even without realizing it. So I don't want you to lurk and go away and leave and never come back at all. You're a valuable member of the stream and the community. I just want you to kind of dial it back a touch because otherwise it can be misrepresented. Okay? That's all that means, and then everyone else can, you know, my mods are protecting my enjoyment of the game, which I really appreciate. They're not trying to gang up on you. Okay, cool. Yeah. No, Shadow is always welcome here all the time, but I just don't want to have it, you know, I just want to dial it back slightly, that's all. Cool. Shadow, you got it? Oh no, maybe Shadow vanished already. Okay. That's all, Shadow. Like, no one is mad. I'm not mad. Nobody else is mad. But let's just, you know, that's all. Okay. Dr. Michelle.
Hello again, Commander. Here to see our patient?
How is she doing?
How's Ashley doing?
Very well. Her rate of recovery is amazing.
And you, my little buttercup?
Keep her under observation, but she should be fit for duty soon.
Fit for duty in what way? Could you explain some more, my little cherie?
This war has left a lot of injured people homeless. How's your center handling the extra load?
We're getting more refugees every day. Throughout the Citadel, triaging and finding open beds is our biggest challenge.
I have a very similar problem. Finding an open bed in the Citadel is very difficult because no bed is open when I am around it, if you understand what I mean.
How are your medical supplies holding up?
Things are getting tight throughout the whole medical network.
Yes, Ichi.
Citadel reserves run deep, but they can't hold up forever.
With a center of this size, you must have a lot of direct reports.
We've got 12 full-time doctors and over 50 support staff. It can be overwhelming, quite different from my days in the wards.
Well, perhaps you need a little more of my kind of support. Let us talk it over with some French wine in my room, eh?
Keep up the good work, Doctor.
You too, Commander.
Oh, geez. I don't think that many, Ralphie. I don't think people really think of Finland as being part of Russia. I mean, I wouldn't think so. I mean, there are some who probably would be like, Finland? What's Finland? I mean, there's a few who might be that ignorant, but I don't think that people are like, my God, Finland is like this. I don't think. All right.
Yes, I'm trying to place a call to Grissom Academy. They have biotic amp interfaces. I may be able to adapt for Asari use.
I got that.
I overheard you talking. Grissom Academy is gone. But I found this while I was there.
What is this?
No?
Yes, these are tailored to human physiology. But with a few alterations, they should work for the Asari as well. This is exactly what I needed. Thank you.
I do what I can.
Tell Matriarch Athena that our huntresses should have the upgrades waiting for them on their next shore leave. No, they were very easy to scale. The humans made some amazing breakthroughs. Tell Matriarch Athena that our huntresses should have...
Alright, took care of that quest. What have I got left? Medigel formula. And I gotta find Arya, and I've gotta find Miranda. Miranda. I'm Mulligan, that's funny. You're just like, what's going on? Anyone? What's going on?
Upgrades waiting for them on their next shore leave. No, they were very easy to scale. The humans made some amazing...
I think Miranda is somewhere in this hospital too, but we'll find out for sure.
I'd like an answer, Lieutenant Commander. The galaxy has need of exceptional soldiers like you, now more than ever.
I still need time.
Oh, okay.
You'll have my answer soon, I promise.
I look forward to it. Shepard?
Udina, I got your email. Made your decision yet?
On becoming a Spectre? Not yet. It's an honor and all. But I don't know. I need to think about it some more.
She is messed up
It's
still.
a big decision. Smart to give it some thought. Here, I picked this up for you. Figured you had some downtime.
Thanks. That's sweet. I've been climbing the walls.
How are you doing?
Good, considering. The nurse said you checked in on me earlier. Still out cold, I guess.
We didn't have time to talk. I thought maybe if you were up for it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure you wanted to. You were pretty clear on Mars about where things stood.
What do you mean?
You're not a part of Cerberus anymore. Case closed. Full stop.
It's the truth.
Okay. You cut all ties. I accept that. But where do we stand, Shepard? Did we cut all ties?
Quick question. Is Miranda romanceable in this? Yes, no, yes. Can we get consensus? Yes, 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 she is. But if I say no, we didn't, and I pursue this, then I did romance her in ME2, yeah. I did romance her in ME2. Okay. All right, so in that case, I got to, I assume I can't follow this along then, right?
A lot of time has passed, Ash. Maybe we should consider this a fresh start for both of us.
So, that's it?
Let's just see what happens, okay?
I'm a big girl. Wasn't sure what I was expecting, really.
Just focus on getting better.
Believe me, this is the last place I want to be.
I better see you up and around next time.
Shepard, wait. There's one more thing. I wasn't sure if I should mention it.
What is it?
I have family back on Earth. I haven't heard from them. It's making me crazy. But I know you're busy, Shepard. We can talk later.
I've got time to talk. Have you heard anything about Earth?
We have reports coming all the time on what's going on. Half are wild speculation, and half are probably too optimistic.
I didn't say no. I said we'll see.
We have to believe that we can do something.
When I thought you were dead, I lost hope. I'm telling you. But when you came back, I was ready to believe anything. I mean, maybe this problem can't be solved by some grunt shooting the boogeyman in the face. But if you think it might help, I'm game.
That sounds more like the Ash I know. Who's back on Earth?
Mom plus my 3 sisters. The youngest, Sarah, was away on her honeymoon. Married a military man, Thomas. He got called back in and she was stuck alone. She called me. It's been pretty tough.
I imagine.
I was always there to protect them growing up. Even when I was off on tour, they knew they could talk to me. I told her to come to the Citadel. We could wait for news together.
Well, since I was never interested in Ashley to begin with, and this whole ridiculous romance ME1 thing was nonsense.
I didn't hear from you while I was a guest of the Alliance.
I couldn't face you, even when Anderson requested my presence. It was difficult.
It's okay. We're past that. Fresh start.
It's gonna take time.
Copy that. But not too long. The bad guys aren't taking coffee breaks.
Okay, what is this? Healing through guilt?
Seems to be working. So, what's all this Lieutenant Commander business?
Seems like the old Williams curse is losing its grip. Was sure I'd top out at gunnery, Chief.
You've worked hard. You deserve it.
I thought so too. Until Eden Prime. Losing 212 was... well, you know.
It was the Reapers, Ash. You did the best you could, and survived to help us.
Just losing everyone under my command, it's tough to face. I'll never forget any of them.
Right now, we need you back on your feet.
I'll be back. And first order of business is to shove their metal tentacles right up there. I mean, I'll fight with honor and courage, sir.
Roger that, LC. We can't afford to be at each other's throats. If we plan on getting through this, we need to trust each other.
I was trying to keep the family stuff to myself, to be professional. I don't know how you managed to keep it all together.
I have my moments, believe me.
You know, I'm glad to hear it.
I should get back to it. Take care of yourself.
You too, Shepard.
Well, all right. Not a bad hospital room. I mean, if you're going to be in a hospital room, that's not too shabby right there.
Listen to me, those prototypes are vital. We need these biotic upgrades to fight the Reapers. I know the Ismar frontier isn't safe. Yes. All I can say is that unless we get those prototypes back, this project accomplishes
Push her
nothing.
through the window.
Thank you very much for your time. I'll call you if anything develops.
Yeah. I guess the glass floor, yeah.
You can replace my leg, right?
Yes, but clone tissue replacement takes months. You'll need a prosthetic.
Oh no.
I highly recommend talking to our resident psychiatrist before the operation.
That guy hasn't moved out of that bed since like I started doing the Leviathan DLC. Alright. Well, checking. Alright. Ismar Frontier is the first thing that's not Tuchanka. Everything else is pretty much Tuchanka. I mean, well, and Citadel. Alright. Yes. Yes, that is what her name is. So I can understand the connection.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination.
Whoops. Let's take a look. Purgatory. Right, I gotta talk to Arya, but Presidium Commons. Whoa! Kelly Chambers. Really? I'm gonna have to go talk to Kelly Chambers, but Miranda first. Bay D24.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. One moment, please.
Yeah.
Now arriving at docking bay D24.
What do you mean do Miranda on the way back? What? Why? Yeah, but Hiji, I don't want to do that because I'm afraid I'm going to end up with some kind of romance situation like with Kelly or something and it's going to screw things up. You know?
Shepard, there you are.
Ah, Miranda.
Shepard, it's so good to finally see you.
You too, Miranda.
I couldn't get anywhere near you when the Alliance had you locked up.
Relieved of duty. It was complicated.
I'm sure it was. I'm surprised they didn't court-martial you. The Alliance isn't known for its flexibility.
Doesn't matter now.
Shepard, about Earth.
Countless people lost their lives within minutes. The Reapers are everything we feared.
They should have listened to you a long time ago. I'm sorry, Shepard.
What about you? What brings you here?
I need to talk to a few people. Like you. The Citadel is a good place to meet. For now. What's the Alliance's next move?
We have a plan. It's a long shot.
Not surprising. Shepard, am I still part of your plan? It's been so long I wasn't sure where we stood.
Oh yeah, you're still part of my plan.
Miranda, things are never going to be easy for us. But I'll always want you in my life.
No second thoughts? This is your chance to back out.
No.
It was hard to be away from you. Surprised myself how attached I got. I'm not good at attached.
Just stay close from now on, all right?
I wish I could. I really do. But there's something I need to deal with.
What is it?
I haven't heard from my sister, Oriana, for a while. I'm getting worried.
Your sister?
Yes. I don't want to overreact, but... well, there's a lot going on.
I thought we made sure she was safe.
We did. It's probably nothing, but... I just know my father is involved.
What happened?
I don't know. Everything I had in place to make sure she was safe went dark.
One of the options is good luck.
What do you need from me?
I knew you'd want to help, and I'm grateful. But you have your hands full. If I need a door or two kicked down, I know just who to call. But for now, I'll be fine.
Okay. I understand.
I have to figure this out.
You will. If you're looking for a lead here, anyone associated with Cerberus will be hard to find.
No question. But I'm owed a few favors. Someone here will give me a tip on Oriana.
Yeah, she's the one from, she's from Chuck, is who that is.
Did you try to contact me when I was back on Earth?
A visit by the former Cerberus second-in-command would have been disastrous. Any kind of secret communication would have looked even worse. I was tempted to break in and see you.
That would have been tough to explain.
Right. Fun and games till they arrested me or just shot me on sight. I had to play it safe, for both of us.
I understand. Why do you think your father was involved in Oriana's disappearance?
I kept careful tabs on my sister. I always knew where she was. For her to just vanish, it could only be him. After I hid her away, I still knew he'd stop at nothing to find her. She's all he has left. I have a hunch what happened, but I'll fill you in when I'm certain.
Have you had any run-ins with the elusive man?
Just once. He said it had been a pleasure to work with me, but he needed to contain the situation.
Contain the situation. Sounds final.
It nearly was. He doesn't take rejection well.
No, he doesn't. I've got to get back to it.
And I should get out of sight.
Be careful.
No promises.
All right. That takes care of Miranda.
Admiral Stephen Hackett is Miranda Lawson is a high-ranking former Cerberus operative and a human biotic. Lawson headed Project Lazarus, the Cerberus operation that brought Commander Shepard back from the brink of death after the first Normandy was destroyed. Lawson is herself an example of the achievements possible through genetic engineering. She was created in 2150 through manipulation of her father's DNA. Her entire physical and mental composition was deliberately engineered, including a longer lifespan and a superior immune
Seems like it's
system.
always that way, Shadow.
Lawson accompanied Commander Shepard on the maiden voyage of the Normandy SR-2 and was part of the crew responsible for the defeat of the Collectors. She has since left Cerberus. Her current whereabouts are unknown.
Oh, I know where she is. It's going to change eventually, but for right now, iOS gets all the good stuff. And Android, because of the fragmentation, gets stuff later. But yeah, I'm with you. I have my phone is an Android, so it's a Galaxy Note 2, so it's basically my e-reader and everything else. So that's what I would want. Hello, Keeper. All right, so that takes care of that. Now I got to go talk to Kelly. Okay, Doc's holding area. Whoops, wrong way. Ah, drat.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select one moment, please.
Time to talk to Kelly, who is my other semi-romance that fell apart in ME2, even though I don't know why.
Emergency civilian housing.
You can't turn people away.
Yes, we can. Tell your friends to move their ship out of the docking bay.
Wait, please. My family's on board. Just let them land. I'll pay.
This isn't about money. The wards are already at capacity for refugees. There's just no room.
You let Asari in here earlier.
That's back when we had space.
Where is my family supposed to go?
I don't know, all right. But they can't land here.
You can't turn people away.
Sure you can't squeeze in a few more people, officer?
And who the heck are you? Oh, Commander Shepard. If that's what you think, I'll find them some room.
So my family can dock?
Commander Shepard says your family's cleared. Just tell them to hurry.
Thank you, Commander.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
I do what I can, and I got a war asset. 'Cause that's how I roll.
Christoph Wasser. Good to meet you. How long have you been here?
I don't know. I'm not in the...
I don't know how long it was since I escaped Lyon. Do you know Lyon?
Lyon. No. Is there? Oh, wow. It's like people waiting around in an airport. Hello, Kelly.
Yeoman Kelly Chambers.
Shepard, it's really you. I could just hug you.
It's good to see you too, Kelly.
Hey, Anam.
I've been so worried.
Good to see you, man.
Without my Cerberus contacts, I had no way of knowing if you'd survived the invasion.
You're not with Cerberus anymore?
Working with you opened my eyes, got me thinking. I looked closely at what Cerberus had done.
Good,
In
man.
good conscience, I couldn't stay with them. You inspired me to leave.
Yeah, I just did the Overlord DLC tonight. Overlord. Yes, Overlord, right. No, I just did the Leviathan DLC tonight. It was really, really cool.
Come back to the Normandy.
Please believe me. I want nothing more than to be with you again, but I can't. Ever since the Collectors abducted us, I relive it every night. I see Joker running out. Then that cold hand pulls me back. They're above me, around me. They stuff me into that coffin, and I'm relieved that they aren't touching me anymore.
No, that's cool, Shadow. I'll look
So
it up.
small.
That's cool, though. Thanks for letting me know.
You can't breathe.
Oh, no sweat, you know.
It seems like forever. I watched people melt. God.
Hey, it's okay.
I'm fine. I just can't step back onto the Normandy. I'm sorry.
Don't be.
And even if I could, I shouldn't. I'm making a difference here. If there was ever a reason I studied psychology, it was to help people at a time like this.
Rookie.
I can tell you're doing good work around here. Keep it up.
Thank you, Shepard. I will. I'm so glad you found me. Seeing you makes everything right again. Oh, and your fish. Nobody was going to take care of them with you in custody, so I saved them. I'll send them back to you. Oh, I need to run. Please be careful.
I got my fish back. I got my fish back. Ah, Kelly. For some reason, it was just never meant to be, even though I don't know why. All right.
We have faced adversity and overcome.
Welcome to Batarian State Arms.
Remember the pillars of strength that hold our
Ooh,
people
nice.
high.
Batarian State Arms. Defending the hegemony.
I know that your faith is weak. Our government has fallen, but if you hold the pillars of strength in your hearts, please, just don't give up.
Man, the Batarians are really broken down. Well, you know. Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't, really? A Batarian refugee needs the Pillars of Strength to improve his people's morale. Find the pillars in the Kite's Nest and return them to him at the Citadel refugee camp. Man, me helping the Batarians, huh? Alright. Good to know. Alright. In here quickly. Alright. Like a bulletin board type of thing. Wow.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination.
Alright, last step, talk to Arya.
Now arriving at port level.
Seriously, AG?
Lost their homes, their loved ones, and some con artist swindled them out of what little they have left.
Can't believe they won't let us stop the bastard. We still ought to do something about it.
You heard the commander. No proof, no arrest. Guy filed a harassment complaint last time, remember? Gotta watch our backs.
Not much we